Pollsters projection and jubilation in TRS camp. A pre-poll survey in the state of Telangana by an agency seems to have given some confidence to the ruling party, as if they are bouncing back to power yet again in the next year assembly polls. How far such surveys have proved to be accurate is debatable. Past experience tells us that no poll survey has ever come true. These surveys often serve as a wake-up call for political parties to take up course correction steps. One such survey seems to have come as a shot in the arm for Minister for IT and Municipal Administration K.T. Rama Rao, who began to give exclusive interviews to some leading vernacular dailies, claiming that the Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao, who happens to be his father, is set to create a record of returning to power for a third consecutive term and register a hat-trick which none could achieve in the state history. His enthusiasm might rub off on his party men, but will that be enough to see him through? This is what a seasoned political observer and former high-profile army officer, retired Brigadier G.B. Reddy, has to say.
My view on pre-poll surveys are totally different. What is today a pre-poll survey cannot hold good as a result or predict the result of elections that may happen later. For the swing takes place in the last 48 hours before the actual date of polling. Anyway, we all know at least the past 10 years elections have clearly proved that pre-poll surveys are mostly favoring their paid masters. In 2014, if I recall clearly, there was only one survey which predicted Modi and BJP to come to power. All other so-called recognized pollsters failed dismally with their findings. So also in 2019. Similarly, even in the elections held for the last elections held in the 4 states, the pre-poll surveys, particularly in UP, did not predict Yodi coming back to power. So whatever pre-poll survey has been projected today in Telangana is quite suspect in my view. For example, pre-poll surveys are carried out on selective audiences and their findings reflected. In some cases, they are forged or faked sitting in air-conditioned chambers. So one should not take pre-poll surveys as authentic. However, in the recent pre-poll survey of Telangana, it is clearly given that the BJP is in the ascendancy. It has narrowed the gap with the TRS by as many as 10 points. If so, the probability may be at the time of elections, due to BJP's network of booth management, they may even forge ahead on par with the TRS. None can rule out such a possibility happening if the elections are held either in December 2022 or later as per schedule in 2023. Ironically, let me highlight that all pre-poll survey masters think themselves as an authority above everyone else. For example, Prashant Kishore of IPAC thinks no end of himself, although he has failed in some cases in the past. So, one should not take the pre-polls as determinants of poll outcomes in future.
Many other political analysts tend to agree with him. In fact, considering the short-sighted policies or freebies which pushed Telangana into a huge debt trap, going by news reports, the state is also struggling to meet payment of monthly salaries of its government employees. KTR may also claim that even the latest surveys inputs were provided by the party's new strategist of IPAC, Prashant Kishore, and hence his party is more confident of returning to power. Armed with these pre-poll surveys, the all-powerful minister in the state cabinet, KTR had also ruled out the possibility of advancing polls as rumored in some circles. He declared that the elections will be held as per schedule in May or June 2023, but the Ara Poll Strategies Private Limited founder Mastan Ali made it clear that their survey projections stand good only if polls are held today. What does this mean? And the firm's figures say that the TRS is set to secure around 38.88%, while the surging popularity of the BJP finishes a close second at 30.43%. As expected, the survey projections show further erosion of the Congress vote share by receiving little 23%. In that backdrop, where is the guarantee of the BJP increasing its votes share by 3 to 4%, if not more closer to its polls? Similarly, can the TRS retain same figures as it is being projected now to that in May or June 2023? Where is the guarantee that Congress can pull up its socks by that time? Already the poll survey has generated enough heat in the media circles, especially in social media platforms. How the Telangana voter will respond, only poll results alone can unravel. This is MS Purthy for Orange News 9 TV.